How many am I B1 at the moment?
I'm not going to Peter. London Peter. Yeah, London Peter. I'm Ola is Peter.
Number 14.
Apologies, I got held up in traffic horribly. Very good morning to you and welcome to the first of the semi-finals here in the National Blind Cricket Week. My name is Simon Gear with you for Pitch Vision and on behalf of 1WSR.com. As the news at the moment is that Free State are bowling, Northerns are bowling and Free State are batting. And Free State currently after 1 over of 5 without loss, and we've just seen them run 2 for a wide. That will take them through to, I believe, 8 without loss. The bowler at the moment is Max Giersen for the Free State. He comes in off a long run-up for a blind cricketer, and that's what is going to be a no ball because he is released a little too late, and so it flew over the halfway line before it pitched. But certainly one of the fastest bowlers we've seen in this week so far. The news is that Sean Schwan opened the bowling. He went for five runs without loss. The two men at the crease, David Laundrie, who is currently facing, as he leaves this one go outside the off stump, and that is called a wide. And the umpire, I haven't seen who it is yet, but he is wearing our brand new umpire's tops. It's the first time I've seen the grey shirt in evidence. We only got them last night, so this is literally the debut of those Central Gauteng umpires' colours. Big appeal as he plays across the line, hits his ankle, not out, says the umpire, and we continue. 10 without loss. Yeah, who is the umpire today? Is that
Nathan.
Is that Nathan on that side? Okay, fantastic. And who have we got here? This is Andre Salt.
No.
Curran. Oh, it's umpire Curran. Okay. Another wide called down the leg side. So the two batsmen, as I was saying, David Laundrie, he's on 2, having faced 7 balls. Does try to play into the onside and no run. Oh, in fact, it is given as a wide. And the other batsman is Mohlolo Rametsi. He's scored 2 of 3 so far.
That's Rodney, the umpire.
Yes?
Rodney.
Oh, yes, Rodney Curran, of course, who has been here for most of the days. A quick single taken as it goes through to the leg side. And the umpires think we've had 1.3 overs, and we are on 1.4. So that'll be interesting to see how we deal with this.
You saw the signal.
Yeah. Oh, played again, or bowled again down the leg side. I don't think he got anything on it. We'll wait and see. There wasn't a soft signal from the umpire. No, he did give it as runs. And so we go through to 13 without loss. Comes in for what should be the final ball of the over, but we think there might be another one that the umpires are going to give. There's a dot ball, which is going to help our scorers out somewhat.
I'm blind and over. No, I have 7 balls.
And the final ball swept into the mid-wicket region. It just makes it through the inner ring, but it is collected, and they come through for a single, and we are on 13 without loss.
Score is 14.
14 without loss after 2. This is a very different looking northern side to the one that I commentated on a little earlier in the week. I think they've I was quite surprised at how few people I recognised in it, having umpired these guys before. But this is clearly now their proper first team, ready for the semi-final. I think what I was seeing was a watered down northern side that was bullying one of the lesser
What
sides.
did you make that last ball?
So the new bowler is Sean, possibly. It appears to have gone straight through everything. The umpire does give byes, they go through for a single, and the score is 15 without loss. How are we pronouncing Sean's name? Sean?
Yeah, sure.
A man so great they named him twice. Comes in off a long run up as well. Very, very rare to see the B3 and B2 guys bowling off these long run ups, but it clearly adds a lot of energy into the ball. Comes in again, right arm. So he actually left arm around the wicket, and this time he bowls wide. That'll take us to 16 without loss.
Yeah, last over, it was 9. 9 runs in the ball. They'll give you the over how you want.
Just played beautifully into the offside. It's such a lovely little late cut there, and they are going to look for the 2. Yeah, they're going to come back, no problem at all. They could possibly look for the 3 as well, as the fielding was done by one of the B1 players quite adequately, I must say, and they come through for 2. We are visited by our pigeon, who has visited us every morning at around this sort of time to come and have a wander across.
Yeah. Can I just meet a bit? Just meet.
So with 4 overs bowled, 25 without loss, the two bowlers, Sean Schwan is 11 without wicket after his 2 overs. Max Geertsen is 13 and 13 runs with no wicket after his 2. David Laundrie is on 9 off 16, and Mahlolo Rametsi 5 off 9. Scored 25 without loss after 4. Is going to be Sean to continue.
This is solid now facing.
Yeah, Rametsi facing with his distinctive pink cap, joined today by pink shoes and pink gloves as well. Channeling his inner Faf du Plessis. Goes for the reverse sweep, doesn't make contact, goes through to the keeper, no run. Turned into the onside, and they come through for 2, I think. 28 without loss. The bowler Sean Schwan has bowled 2.5 overs now for 14 runs. His cap on backwards, which I've seen in ladies cricket occasionally. Haven't seen it amongst the men, but it certainly adds a level of debonair to the proceedings. Comes in again, left arm around the wicket and angling it into that right-hander. He just works it into the onside. They come through for a single, 29 without loss now, 2 overs remaining in the 5th over. Rodney Curran is the umpire at this Parkhurst end. He's had a long week because he's been with me at level 2 training all the way through the evenings. In addition to the work that he's been doing on the field during the day, as the reverse sweep just brings one of the B1 fielders into play at backward point. They come through for a single. That'll bring the 30 up, 30 off 4.5. It was indeed. And the umpire at the square leg is Nathan Malchus, very involved in the Randburg Cricket Club, was also at training last night, in fact. And I have Mr. Curran's wife next to me. Were you at training last night as well?
No, I'm not training.
You didn't. I thought maybe you would have come through for the ride, as it were.
No, I just as a supporter.
Fair enough. As a late cut just takes them through for a single after 5 overs, 32 without loss. Sean Schwan's figures, 3 overs bowled, 18 with no wicket. And Max Geertsen, 2 overs bowled, 13 with no wicket. Mahlolo Rametsi, he's faced 12 balls for his 7 runs. David Laundrie, 13 off 19. It is, I would suggest, probably Northern's ahead of par here so far. 32 is not a lot of runs in this format of 5 overs, and certainly Free State would be hoping to increase that run rate and set Northern's target in the region of 140, 150 to have any chance of progressing through to the final. The first ball of this over just clips the pads and well fielded by the keeper, and no run. The bowler is Max Geertsen. It's bunted into the onside, but the fielding is tight, and no run again. Okay, do you want me to go and help? Well, the news is that Northerns have collected their first wicket of the day. He was bowled by Max Geertsen. I'll wait for the score of Rametsi now. He scored 9 of 15. He is now going to be returning to the crease as the runner for the number 12 B1 batsman, who is Kumbulani Mpati. And the score now 35 for 1 after 5.4.
Yeah, okay. The thing is, you get to have a conversation. Noise.
Yeah, we do apologise for the commentary disappearing for a moment. There were technical issues that we had to go and deal with, including legal match issues, to just inform the umpires of an issue. But we are back, and we should be back safely for the next 35 overs, hopefully. So after 5.5 overs, we are 35 for 1. The bowler at the moment, Max Geertsen, he has taken the first wicket of the day. He's now on 1 for 16. Off just shy of 3 overs, and the batsman facing at the moment, Kumbulani, who plays it in the air. Oh, there might have been a chance of a catch there as it went into the offside field, but they do scamper through for a single. That is the end of the 6th over, 37 for 1. Kumbulani Mpati is now off the mark. He's 2 off 2. And Dave Laundry is his partner. He's 13 off 19 at the moment. Max Geertsen after his 3 overs, 1 for 18. That is the end of the power play as well, as we get the signal from umpire Curran, standing at the Parkhurst end. And so this now means that Northerns are able to have 5 players outside the circle, only 2 within that first power play. And I imagine we're probably due a change in bowler as well. There seems to be some degree of organisation.
Wiseman.
It's going to be the number 10 Wiseman with his long dreads.
Number 4 now. I think it's a B1.
Oh, it's going to be the B1 number 4. We will get his name in a moment.
Wiseman. Cool. Makanzo.
So Wiseman is going to be bowling right arm over. Rapetsi, the runner for for Kumbulani is very, very close to him, and I've seen these guys get hit a couple of times when the B1s play cuts. I would far rather see him run quite a lot further out and away from the action. So it is a B1 bowling to a B1. And there is an attempted sweep, but goes past the outside edge, and he starts with a dot ball. Again an attempted sweep, and again just going past that offside edge, and no run. So he sweeps again. He actually gets to the sort of outside part of the bat, and it goes out to the offside. The runner's not keen to risk that. We have seen, not so much with this team, but the border team, their running between the wickets was absolutely appalling, and a number of their B1 runners got run out through no fault of their own. So hopefully Rapetsi, who is running for Kumbulani, will keep him at the crease. This time is given a no ball, as well off the wide of the off stump, I think, and given a no ball for off the pitch. That takes us through to 38 for 1 after 6.5 overs. Wiseman, one of the top B1 players in the country. And he gets a wicket. And off he sets. One of his trademark celebrations, where he's happy to just run and run and run. Sometimes has to be fetched by his teammates. But this time he walks back. And that is the second wicket that goes down. That is the end of Kumbulani, who scored 2 runs off 6 balls faced, I think it was. And he was bowled by a Wiseman. For that too. The man still at the crease is David Laundrie. He's on 13. And the score is now 38 for 2. Just some debate as to who is going to be the next man on. It looks like it is going to be the number 14, who doesn't need a runner, so he will be a B3 or B2 player. It is Simon Nama, indeed. Is this a guy? Right, so at the crease is Simon Nana. He is number 14 for this Free State team, and he is going to be facing against the B1 bowling of Wiseman Makonzo, who after 4 balls, 1 for 1. Very, very decent start. Comes in again, and it is just swept into the onside. There is a fielder down there who stops it with his feet. They come through for the single, and so Simon Nummer is off the strike. He's 1 off 1. Dave Laundrie to face 13 off 19, and the score 39 for 2. Sweeps again over down into the onside. They come through for the single, well fielded there by, I think that's Sean Schwan who does the fielding, and they come through for the single, and at the end of the 7th over, 40 for 2. Batsman Simon Nummer is on 1 off 1. Dave Laundrie is on 14 off 20 balls. Wiseman off his first over, 1 wicket for 3 runs. And there is going to be another B1 player to take up the bowling. It is the number 13.
But number 13.
It is Kenneth Mabela who will be bowling from this green side end, from the end of Nathan Malchus. Slower ball, and there was a attempted catch there. It really hurt the player as well. He got it on the end of the finger. He's properly sore. It would have been a very, very good catch if he had taken it at a superb effort. It would have been a good effort for a full-sighted fielder, and so that was really, really well played. They come through for a single. It is going to be 41 for 2. Just having a look to see whether he needs medical attention. They have called the medics on. I think he might have dislocated his finger here. He was really, really hit him hard. Okay, so he is going to go off. I'll give you his name in a minute. It's that number 141.
Yeah.
It is Dishotolo Sebake, who has gone off, really, really put his body behind the ball there. And I'm sure that they have brought on a replacement for him while he gets his finger seen to. I hope that he's not too seriously injured on the semi-final and final day of the National Blind Cricket Week. It would be tragic if he wasn't able to make the trip across to Wanderers to play the final later on in the afternoon should Northerns progress. Yeah, there doesn't seem to have been a replacement put onto the field. Just getting confirmation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 10. I can only see 10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah, so there's only 10 chaps on the field at the moment. So no 12th man used by Northerns. After 7.1 overs, we are on 41 for 2. So we're going to have to wait to see. They are waiting for him to be treated, which is not correct. I think they need to carry on playing. And once he can come back on, he can come back on. The fact that he is actually looking at treatment means that there has to have been a proper injury there, and I suspect might have been a dislocation. So let's really, really hope that he's okay. Anyway, next ball played, a very, very similar sort of shot. This time he hits it into his own foot, does the batsman. Dave Laundrie, I think that was, who is now on the field in agony. And it really has been a destructive over so far. No run and a dot ball recorded. 41 for 2. Right, well, he seems to be okay, and he is going to get back up onto the pitch. Drives it straight back past the bowler. There is going to be a good diving stop here by the number 9 for Northerns, who fires it back in, and the keeper runs all the way down to the non-striker's end to try and help with the fielding there. Good awareness by him. They come through for 2, and Free State now 43 for 2 after 7. Bowls again, and he plays across the line. This is a poor shot. It is absolutely fine to play with a straight bat in blind cricket, but you have to play it in the V, straight back past the bowler. He doesn't do that. He tries to play it square. The only safe way to do that in blind cricket is to get very, very low and sweep the ball across. He doesn't manage that, and that is the end of Dave Laundrie, who scored 16 off 22, and we now have 43 for 3 is the score of Free State. And I think that really puts them under the pump a little bit from this Northerns side, who has been very, very tight this morning. The guys who are using runners get run out. He seems to have got back safely. And so after 9.3 overs, we are 61 for 3. The batsman facing is Selamela. He's 4 off 4. And Simon Nama is 15 off 9. Again, one of these straight bat cross shots that is very, very risky in this format of the game. In any format of the game, to be honest. It's a very low... The advantage is that when you do connect, it goes to the boundary. But whenever you see guys bowled, they get bowled. And this is much better. Played in the V, through mid-on, and away for 4. That is exactly how he should be playing this, rather than trying to play it as into square. Much happier with that as a shot. And so 65 for 3 now. Modulefa Selamela, he's on 8 off 6. The bowler at the moment is Kenneth Mabela. After 1.5 overs, he's gone for 21 and taken the 1 wicket. Wiseman Makonzo from the other end, much more parsimonious. After 2 overs, he's 1 for 7. So final ball of Mabela's second over at 65 for 3, just shy of the 10th over as well. And he does again have a wild swing across the line. It is going to run down to the boundary, but well fielded by the man down there. And they come through for 2. And so after 10 overs, the score is 67 for 3. Simon Nama is there on 15 off 9. Modulefa Selamela is there off 10 off 7. The 2 bowlers at the moment, both of them are B1s. Kenneth Mabula has bowled 2 overs, 1 for 23. And Wiseman Makonzo has been fantastic. 2 overs, just 1 for 7. Okay, I'm not quite sure why we're having a break now. Drinks breaks in a T20, umpires? My goodness.
Yeah.
Alright, well, such is life. So we're going to have a quick break, and we will see you in 5 minutes. Right, so we start again to start the 11th over with a Free State 67 for 3 after the first 10. We've had a drinks break and we're ready to go for the second half of the innings. The 2 men at the crease, Simon Nama, he's on 15 off 10. Mojolefo Selamele, he's on 10 off 7. The bowler at the moment is Wiseman Makonzo. He's the man who had the breakthrough, has been very, very tight as well. 1 for 7 at the moment. Simon Nama facing. Plays well into the onside. There is a man quite deep there who I don't think is quite read it. Now he picks it up and they come through for 2. It was actually a good shot there. Not played too hard. Knew the man was well back on the boundary and an easy 2. 69 for 3. This is a strong Northerns lineup, so I would imagine anything under 140 will be easily chaseable for them. Now consultation in the middle of the pitch between the bowler and the keeper. And B1 player bowler just finding his way back. Wiseman just finding his way back to the stumps. Wicketkeeper calls him in. An attempted reverse sweep by Nama. No ball given. I think that was wide outside the off stump. And that takes us through to 70 now for 3 after 10.2 overs. Gets a little bit of an edge on that, but it just goes through to the keeper. Wide ball given. Oh, he didn't even get an edge. He obviously hit the pitch, I think. 71 for 3. Our resident pigeon coming to see what Mrs. Curran has packed for lunch. This is why we have pigeons, because Mrs. Curran feeds them. Played into the offsides. Just past the B1 man there, who then goes on to make a good diving stop, and they come through for 2. 73 for 3. Reverse sweep, but it is played straight back at the keeper, and there is good protection down there as well in the shape of a man at very fine third man, so no run. And Wiseman's very good figures is set to continue here, I think. This time he does execute that drive back past the keeper. It is going to run. Oh, a superb stop there by, I think that's Max Geertsen who did the fielding, and very, very good fielding indeed. And it keeps them just to 2, and he hits the stumps on the return. 10 out of 10 for that gentleman. The score goes on to 75 for 3. Left outside the off stump, given as a no ball. 76 for 3. Well swept by Simon Nama around the corner. Sean Schwan is going to the fielding, and they come through for 2, which takes us to 78 for 3 at the end of the 11th over. So Free State going along at 7 runs and over. I think that's probably par. I think that that'll give them something to bowl at. very, very strong northern side, so they are going to have to take a lot of wickets up front to be able to defend it. But I think if they can walk off the field with 140, they will feel that that is a job well done. The bowler is going to continue to be Kenneth Mabela. Just out of interest, Wiseman Makonzo's stats at the moment, he's taken 1 for 18 off his 3 overs. Kenneth Mabela off 2 overs, 1 for 23, so he's quite a bit more expensive. He has been really hammered into the leg side by some of these batsmen. Wild swing and a miss by Modular for Silamela. He's on 10 off 8. Simon Nama, 23 off 17, has been a whirlwind today. We have had that one very, very good on drive by Modulefa. I'd like to see him trying to play that more often, which he does immediately now. Really does slap it out towards a deep mid-on where it is collected, and they come through for 2. Oh, there is a confusion. Luckily the man is home. I didn't actually see Modulefa there standing behind the umpire. I thought that I'd lost the other batsman for a while, but Simon's runner had come all the way back down the pitch before he was sent back. Luckily no wicket fell. And so we will continue at 80 for 3 off after 11.1. Shapes up to hit it onto the onside, does manage to make connection, not too solidly, and De Klotok is the man who comes around, seems to have recovered from his finger injury a little bit earlier, keeps them to 1. 81 for 3, I'm hoping. Yes, 81 for 3 after 11.2.
Still a simple.
Slower ball, a wild sweep across the line that was never going to be a worthwhile shot, and they get a dot ball. 81 for 3. Modulefa is the man facing. And he does wind up and sends it into that backward square area, where excellent fielding again by number 1 for 1, and a good throw back in as well, and they go through to 82 for 3. Okay, we need a change of bat here. So there is a little bit of confusion with a need for a change of bat. Umpire Malchus bringing it along, tapping. He's tapping onto the bat so that the 12th man can find him. And who knows what was the matter with that bat. But they have swapped it. And so, with the score on 82 for 3 after 11.4 overs, it will be Simon Nama to face. 82 for 3 after 11.4 overs, with the bowling coming in and just dinked into the offside. No run expected, really a block I suppose, and remains on 82 for 3. 1 ball shy of the 12th over. It's wide outside the off stump, actually give it as a no ball by umpire Malchus. sweeps this well down to a square fine leg, where it is Sean Schwan who does the fielding, sends it back in, they take a single, and at the end of the 12th over, Free State are 84 for 3. Simon Nama is batting very, very well, 25 off 21. Modulefa Salamela, he's on 12 off 11. The two bowlers have been B1 bowlers over the last 6 overs. Kenneth Mabula, he's bowled 3, taken 1 for 29. Wiseman Makonzo also bowled 3, 1 for 18. 84 for 3 the score. I see Wiseman is going to bowl his 4 straight through. Good to see. If as a captain your man is doing the job, leave him on. Don't change something that is working. Ball is left, it's given as a wide. 85 for 3 after 12. Just slapped into the onside with no real aggression by Wiseman, but I would have thought enough to not by Wiseman, by Simon Nama. Would have thought there was enough there to take 2, but they choose not to, and so the single takes us to 86 for 3. Plays it hard into the onside, doesn't really get very much of it, and they're just able to come through for a single. 87 for 3. Blocked and no run. 87 for 3. Simon Nama bringing out the reverse sweep, doesn't connect at all. It is given as a wide no ball though. And so we go on to 88 for 3, 2 fat ladies at 88. 12.3 overs gone. This has been a more wayward over from Wiseman than we've seen in the previous 3. Just getting some advice from his number 10, who is not John Shoes Mshweo. Swept past the man at square leg. They come through for a single, sent back in. 89 for 3 with 2 balls remaining in this 13th over. The umpire's signalling those 2 balls to each other. For folks who are not familiar with umpiring, there's a surprising amount of communication goes between the square leg and the bowler's end umpire. You definitely are trained to see each other as a team of 2, as this is driven through the covers past a sprawling man who's a B1 and well collected by number 5 who sends it in, and they come through for a single. 90 for 3, 12.5 overs gone. Rolls it again, and he has a strong drive straight back at the keeper, well fielded there. And that is a valuable dot at the end of that over. And so after 13 overs, Free State on 90 for 3. which is a run rate of 6.9. I would say a little bit under par. They probably need a run rate closer to 8 or 9 to really put pressure on this very, very strong northern side. But I think they'll be happy enough. They've certainly shown themselves to be competent opponents. And who knows, if they can get a couple of wickets first up, things could get very, very interesting indeed. The bowling is going to continue. Kenneth Mabela. So an interesting tactic this by Northerns. They have bowled 2 B1 bowlers for an extended period of 8 overs through the middle of this innings. And it's been worthwhile. They've picked up 2 wickets while they've done it. They've gone for about 60 runs, 63 runs. And off the 4 overs, it's been a solid performance. Swing into the onside, and no run. 91 for 3. This was given as a no ball, by the way. No ball, leg side wide. When when we say no ball wides in this format of cricket, what we're meaning is that it's a ball that has actually left the pitch of play, and fairly common in blind cricket for obvious reasons, and it is given as a no ball rather than as a wide. The reason being is that in conventional cricket they don't want you to get bowled off the edge of a AstroTurf pitch. And that is why you give a ball that pitches off the pitch as a no ball. That second ball was it also given a no ball? No, it was. So 92 for 3. Played strongly into the onside. They come through to field. They come through for a single. 93 for 3. Simon Nama on 27, Modulev was on 15 of 17. He's beginning to get going. And halfway through the final over of his spell, Kenneth Mabela, 3.2 overs bowled. He's bowled 1 for 32. Swept into the onside by Simon Nama. It will be Sean Schwan to come and collect. Bowls it in underarm. And they go through for a single. 94 for 3.
No ball, dot, no ball, 1-1. Dot.
Strong shot through the offside by Modulefa, given as a no ball as well. And they come through for a single. It's very, very important here that you do walk out and play those no balls, because of course you do still get the ball for the score for the wide, but you also get the runs accrued to you. So in blind cricket it's absolutely vital that you chase the very, very wide ones. Played again. Wild swipe by Simon Nama. It squirts away into the offside. There is a man down there who collects it. There is a chance of a run out here if they're quick. No, they managed to get back quickly, easily. And it is 98 for 3. We're just 2 short of the 100 now in the 14th over. Shapes up to play into the leg side. He misses it. Is going to be given as a wide. And so the score goes on to 99 for 3. The run rate now over 7, and so Free State now beginning to pull this innings into an area that I would say is defendable. Shapes up to play it again. He gets hit on the leg. There is a very, very optimistic appeal from the man at deep extra cover. Nothing wrong with clearing your pipes. I always tell my daughter, get a couple of good appeals in early on in the day, just to get the blood pumping. Wide outside the off stump, and umpire Nathan Malchus gives that as a wide as well. And that brings up the 100. Well, actually we already had the 100, so it's 101 for 3 now after 13.4 overs. someone doing practice flights. The King Air 250 comes low over the Pirates Pirates ground. Balls is again swept forward of square to the man at a deep mid wicket, and he collects it easily. They come through for a single. 102 for 3 with 1 over remaining in the 14th over. Bowler calls him in for the last ball of his spell, and it is swept, or not even swept, it's hoiked into the onside. Sean Schwan will do the fielding at fine leg, and they come through for the single at the end of 14 overs. It is 103 for 3. The batsmen are Modulefa Selamela, he is on 17 off 19. Simon Nama, 31 off 30, he's hit 3 fours. The two B1 bowlers who've just completed their allotment, Kenneth Mabera, he bowled 4 overs, took 1 for 42. Wiseman Makonzo, 4 overs, 1 for 24.
Number 10.
Is going to be a change of bowler. It is going to be the number 10, the dreadlocked man. We'll get his name in a moment.
What's that? Name.
So the new bowler is Sam Makwane. He is a B2, B3. It's called wide, his first ball. Okay, sure. But do you want to do the score? I'll help you. Played into the offsides, and again just an agreed single. That'll take them through to 106 for 3. So we're getting shade added to our thing. Played into the onside this time, and they come through for an agreed single. Simon Nama, the batsman. And they take another one for the overthrows. Just played neatly into the offside by Simon Nama. They scamper through for a single, and that'll take them through to 108 for 3 after 14.3 overs. Simon now on 34. Definitely one of the characters of the Free State team. I've umpired them a bit, and he's always at the forefront of any not sledging really, but enthusiastic commentary that goes on the field.
1, 2, 1, 2.
They ran 2 there.
1, 2.
Oh, wild swipe by Modulefa. There is an expectation of a run. The runner for Simon Nama comes all the way down, but is sent back, and it is given as a dead ball. I'm assuming a batsman's infringement. Couple of laughing doves in front of us doing their bits in the deep mid-wicket region of the field, which I think brings up our species count to about 5 this morning for on-field birds. A wild sweep by Modulefa, and no run. It's about 110 for 5. 3. 110 for 3, isn't it? played into the offside. It goes past the B1 man at point, and they go through for a single. My co-commentator Ruth Jacobs, always a fan of the Nelson, so 111 for 3. We dedicate this Nelson to Ruth, who is today for the first time ever in 1WSR.com's history, in the official commentary box at Wanderers. We've commentated off the side of the field at Wanderers before. We've never been in the official comms box, and Ruth is the man who is achieving that for us as a commentary team, which is very, very special indeed. Lovely guy. This is actually his home club at Pirates. He plays for the Saturday 1 team here at Pirates. He's the opening batsman and the wicketkeeper. And I've umpired him a number of times and given him out LBW at least twice, that he never ever lets me forget. Right, so there is now a change of bowler. It is Diletolo, who was the man who was injured a little bit earlier. I'm glad to see that. And he gets a wicket first up. Absolutely fantastic bowling. That is the end of Mojalefa Selamela. He's out for 21 of 23. 21 of 24, sorry. He scored 1-4. And the score now 112, did you say? 111. Is Roots Nelson did the job there. And Free State lose a wicket, 111 for 4 in the 13th over, I think, 14th over. In the 16th over. And that is the end of Mojalefa. He is going to be replaced by the B1 batsman Zakela Zwane. We're not 100% sure. We're going to just wait for a moment.
Number 5.
Score 111 for 4 at the moment after 15.1 overs. Dichotlo Sebakeba was successful with his very, very first ball of the match, which will make up for his injury a little earlier. And something which we haven't actually seen this week yet, the B1 batsman calling for positions. I'll tell you what he does in a moment here. As this is just swept into the onside, he is going to get a single as it just pierces the inner ring, and they go through for a single. No, so what happens is that when the B1 players come out, they are allowed to ask for fielding positions. And what they'll do is they'll say B3, and all the B3 players clap. And then they'll ask for B2, and all the B2 players will clap. And then he'll ask for B1, and the same again. The guys will all clap. And that gives him an auditory image of exactly where everyone is in the field. So that's the first time I've actually seen that this week. Oh, and driven very, very well back past the keeper. That is such a money shot in blind cricket. And Simon Nama goes through to 38 with an absolute peach of a shot.
That's what you call it.
He goes for the same shot again. This time he does get the keeper, though. They're going to scamper through for a single. Is there a chance of a run out at the non-striker's end? There is a direct hit, but the runner for Simon Nama makes his ground. And so Nama now goes on to 39 off 34, 118 for 4. He's batting very, very well. He is. Can you say he's seeing it as big as a balloon in blind cricket? He's certainly getting to it, no problem whatsoever. It is given as a wide ball and 119 for 4. Played into the onside. They come through for 1. They're going to turn for a single. They're going to have to run hard here, but good running. And this is definitely a sense of urgency now amongst the Free State batsmen to get their score onto 123 for 4. The run rate climbing all the time. Now it's 7.7. They can get that up to 8. If they can get that up to 8 for the 20 overs, then that is a really, really defendable total. Down the leg side, that will be called a wide. 120. Ooh, we had 1, 2, 3 for 4 for a moment. Not quite as pleasing as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is usually a Proteas score. This is played into the onside, and there is a bit of a scrabble to field it. They go through for a single at the end of the 16th over. 4 overs remaining. Free State are 126 for 4. The man at the crease at the moment is Simon Nama. He's 39 of 34, and if he can continue to bat like he has been, particularly strong on the leg side and behind the wicket, then I think that's where the Free State's chances will rest. Jacob Kaweng, remember he's a B1, so he gets double anything that he scores. He is at the moment 8 runs off 3 balls. The 2 bowlers, Deshotla Sebakeba, he got a wicket with his first ball of his over, but then went for 15 runs. Sam Mokwane, he has bowled 1 over as well, no wickets for 8 runs. So I suspect we will get 1 over each from these 2 guys, and then we will see the opening bowlers come back. They each have an over remaining. So we'll see Max Geertsen and Sean Schwan come back for the 19th and 20th overs.
Is it a boundary? Oh, yeah.
Right, it's a tight field now for the B1 batsman, Jacob Kaweng. Field is really, really close in, and he's going to be looking to just pierce that field and maybe get his runners back for 2 for a run 4, a B1 run 4. 126 for 4 at the moment after 16 overs. It's a crucial part of the game, this. Given as a wide, 127 for 4. A little bit too early on this, but he managed. I think he got the back of the bat there in the end, and they go through for a B1 single, so that'll take them through to 129 for 4. Some of the birds you can see swooping low over the pitch at the moment are probably house martins. But we have also seen lesser striped swallow over the period of this tournament, because that is defended and no run. A strong ball by Sam Mokwane, and it is worked into the onside. They're going, oh no, they were thinking about coming back, but Rametsi, who is the runner for Kaweng, quite correctly turns him back, and they just get the single. And in the trees behind me, I've just heard the call of the red-billed wood hoopoe, green wood hoopoe it's called these days, also called the kakalaar. They're very, very common in this greenside area. You see them quite a lot in the fields around Pirates. An attempt at a sweep. There is an appeal, but I think that came off the bat, not given out, and no run. 130 for 4 after 16.4 overs. Again, a swing and a miss by Kaweng. No run. 130 for 4 after 16.5. 1 over remaining in the 17th over. There'll probably be another over from Dichotlo, and then we'll be back to the openers. This is an absolutely crucial time for Free State batting. They need another 30 runs here to be competitive.
No ball.
Attempted sweep, but it is a no ball leg side wide, and they get another single. 131 for 4. Well, they don't take a single. It is the additional run. Again a sweep. Again no run. That is the end of the over. After 17 overs, 131 for 4. The two men there are Simon Nama, he's on 40 off 36. Jacob Kaweng, he's on 10 off 7. The bowlers at the moment, Dichotlo Sebakeba, 1 over. He's went for 15, but he did take a wicket with the first ball of his first over. Sam Mokwane, after 2 overs, 0 for 13. He'll be pleased with that. He went for 8 in the first over and then 6 in the second. So it is it's been a good effort to just tighten things up a little bit for Northerns, but still Free State posting 7.7 runs and over, and I think they will look now for 10 runs and over for these last 3 overs. Steps into the onside, they're going to come through for a single. That's a good start. Takes the 1 run, goes through to 132 for 4. Simon Numbers on 41, Jacob Kaweng on 10. Jacob is facing at the moment. He's a B1, so he's just orientating himself around the stumps. Rametsi is his runner. Splendid in his pink cap and his pink shoes and his pink gloves. Slower ball by Teklotso. Oh, superbly swept out to the onside. They're going to come back for 2, so that's already a run 4. And they're going to watch the run here. Really, really good running there, and a great shot by Kaweng. That's all he needs to do. Just get really, really low, shovel it into the onside. Score 136 for 4 now. Kaweng to 14. Played into the onside again. They take the 1. Is there a chance? No, they're not going to take the double. And the score will go to 138 for 4. Ball again. Oh, a swing and a miss outside the off stump, and no run. 138 for 4. Played into the offside this time by Simon Nama. He's played it really, really strongly. They must come back for 2. I think they've got to look for the 3 here. They've really got to run hard. And they do. They choose to come back. Excellent running by the Free State team. Absolutely superb running. Good match awareness. And they go on to 141 for 4 now. That takes Nama to 44 off 39. He needs just 6 runs more for his half century. This is a lesser striped swallow that is swooping low over the field at the moment. One of our summer migrants who comes into this part of the world to enjoy our perfect weather at this time of the year. Past the outside, past the outside half of the bat of the B1 Kaweng. That is the end of the 18th over. It will be Simon Nama to face. I suspect we're going to see the opening bowlers come back now. Will it be Sean Schwan or Max Gertsen who is going to take the ball? It is going to be Schwan. Is it? No. No, it's not. It's going to be Sam Mokoena to continue. That's really, really interesting. Played into the onside. They come through for 1. They're going to look for 2. They're going to run hard here. Excellent running by the number 18, who is Simon Nama's runner. I'll give you his name in a moment. He's done very, very well in the service of his batsman today. Just blocked. And no run. After 18.2 overs, 143 for 4. Now Simon Nama is on 46 off 41. Jacob Kaweng, 16 off 11. Dichotlo Sebakebe, he's just finished his second over. He's 1 for 25. The man bowling now at the moment, Sam Mokoena, 2.2 overs, 0 for 15. No, the bowler is still Sam Mokoena. Change of runner. Our man who's done so well for Simon Nama is now literally hopping all the way back to the boundary. Guys, if your man is hopping, go on and help him, I think. He's done his groin. He's hurt his groin, unfortunately, so we need an additional runner. Free State needing to get themselves organised. So the man who's injured himself, I'll tell you in a moment, is the number 18. It is Bongani Bosakwe. He ran so well for Simon Nama, but he's now unfortunately done his groin, and he is lying in agony at our almost at our feet here in the commentary position. So the new runner is going to be number 14. That is going to be Mojulefa Selamela. He's already batted today, and he will come on and do the running for Simon Nama. I hope this isn't going to cause a problem, because there was very, very good understanding between Rametsi and between the number 18 Bongani Bosakwe, and so we hope that this is going to enable him to continue and hopefully get Simon Nama through to his half century. There's going to be Nama facing. He is on 46 at the moment, or 41, 143 for 4. We're in the 19th over, 18.2 gone. Here comes Sam Mokoena, and it is a wide. Goes to 144 for 4. Swept well around the corner by Simon Nama, and they come through for a single. He goes to 47 or 42, and the score 145 for 4.
Roger.
Is there a thing as a single monkey in the
Swept by the B1. They go through for a single. I think this is going to be byes. No soft signal from the umpire. No, it's wides actually. Come through for 2, 148 for 4 now. Another dot ball, 148 for 4.
Yes. It's 148. This is the 19th over. It's first stage is better.
Attempted sweep into the onside, that is called over, and so at the end of the 19th over, Free State are 148 for 4. I'd say another 12 runs here, get to 160, they will be happy with that as a total. Be very, very competitive indeed. Interesting point has been made is that normally, well, according to the playing conditions, if the runner is injured and comes off, then the runner for whom he's running needs the batsman for whom he's running needs to come off as well. That would have been an absolutely awful situation if Simon Nama was forced to come off because of an injury to his runner. I would suggest that is a part of the playing conditions that needs to be changed. But if the officials got that wrong in this sense, it's going to be interesting to see exactly how that plays out. 148 for 4. De Grotto is the man who's bowling. It's swept into the onside. They go through for a single. That leaves Simon Nama on 48 of 43. So he's really going to need his man to just get him back onto the strike here.
144. 34 extras. Over 16.
Is going to be Jacob Kaweng to face the B1. He gets low, it is outside the leg stump and given a wide. 150 for 4. So that is the 150 up for Free State. 150 after 19.1 overs. The two batsmen at the crease, Simon Nama is on 48 of 43. We've got Jacob Kaweng, he's a B1, he's on 16 of 14. The bowler at the moment, Dichotla Sebakeba, 2.1 overs bowled, 1 for 27. Slower ball to him. It is slapped back into the offside by Kaweng. They go through for a single. That'll bring the score up to 152 for 4. But more importantly, it'll bring Simon Nama to the crease. And I think all of us hoping that he will get to his 50 today. Not sure how aware his teammates are of his score. He drives us very, very strongly back past the crease. They need to run hard here. They need to turn for a second. They're going to come back for a second. Are they going to try for a third? No, but they do leave. No, they are coming back for a third. They get there. And that was rather risky. But that does bring the 50 up for Simon Nama. 51 after 44 balls, 4 runs, 155 for 4. 50 up, a superb innings by this man from the Free State. The score 155 for 4 now. Dishotlock is just waiting for Kaweng to get his orientation. There are 3 balls remaining in this innings. orientating himself, getting very, very careful. As the score comes in, the field comes in close as well. Sweep and a miss. Dot ball. 155 for 4. The run rate 7.8. I've been very impressed by Free State. When we first were watching, the run rate was closer to 5.5, and it's just gradually crept up. Attempted sweep, no ball, 156 for 4.
One wide, two for the B1.
Yeah.
Three.
Swept well into the onside. There is a good diving stop there. It just keeps them to a single. That's no real problem. It brings Nama on for the last ball of the innings. One ball remaining, 158 for 4. Can he get Free State up to 160? Dead ball given. Not sure why, because the batsman wasn't crouched down. He is talking to the keeper, who I think might have been talking as the bowler was running up. Once again, smashes it back at the bowler. Very, very good fielding. They choose not to take a run. He's hurt his hand again, poor old Dishotlo. He's had a rough day out. And that is the end of the innings. So after 20 overs, Free State are 158 for 4. Superb batting by Simon Nama, who got to his 50. So we will be with you in about 20 minutes to let you know how the chase goes down, as Northerns try to achieve 159 for victory and a place in the final at the Wanderers. Right, well, welcome back. And the news is that Free State scored a very creditable 158 for 4 in their 20 overs, helped largely by a half century by Simon Nama. And Northerns have now walked out to aim at that. The opening batter is Sean Schwan. And Karabo Petla. Played into the offside straight away. They go through for 2, and Northerns get off the mark. 2 without loss. First ball of the innings.
Yes.
2 twos to 3 twos to start the innings. All of them accruing to the bat of Sean Schwan, who was also one of the opening bowlers for Northerns. And Northerns off the mark very, very comfortably. 6 without loss after 3. The bowler is Dave Laundrie. A little expensive so far. Comes in again. Oh, really, really strong. It goes straight to the man at mid-off, but unfortunately he spills it, and that would have been such an important catch to take. He's holding his head. He knows that would have been so important for Free State. They have to get early wickets if they've got any chance of defending this total of 158. And that would have been so vital for them. The first ball faced by Karabo Petla, he just plays it into the onside. They're going to come back for 2. They're actually going to come back for 3 now. And Northern's just scoring absolutely at will at the moment. 10 without loss now, after 5. Final ball of the over. Again into the air through that mid-off region, nowhere near the fielder this time, and given as a dead ball.
Yeah, I think the fellas were not ready in the border.
Okay, I wasn't 100% sure what had happened there. What did you think happened?
The fielders were not ready. The other fielder was putting a helmet on. I don't know the bowler was.
Oh, okay. Well, usually that's the fielder's own Indaba if he's not ready. We can't wait for all 11 guys to be ready. We'd be here all night. There's always a fielder somewhere who's drifting, guys. No, I'm not sure what the deal was there. Played into the offsides. This is through the gap. The man Rametsi does come back and collect it. And they're gonna they're just gonna stick with the 2. And so at the end of that first over, Northerns are 12 without loss. and he is caught in front of the stumps and given out LBW. This is a very, very important for Free State that they get these early breakthroughs. It was Bold. My apologies. Who was the bowler? It was Simon Nama, the man of the moment. Gee, she is having a fantastic day. Just fresh off his half century. The very, very first ball he bowls, he gets a wicket. And Northerns now are, what did we say, 12 for 1. 12 for 1. Right, so the first wicket to go down for Northerns, and Simon Nama was the man who took it. The new batsman in is the B1, Kenneth Mabela. He's just faced his first ball, but it was a leg side wide. 13 for 1 at the moment after 1.1. Looking for the sweep. He does make it. And they're going to come back for 2, I'm absolutely certain. Really, really good running by the Northerns guys. And 17 for 1, of course, because it was the B1 who executed that shot. So essentially a run 4. Kenneth Mabela, 4 off 1. Oh, a very, very good catch. He had a sweep to it. It went straight to Rametsi at a silly mid-off. A great diving catch. And suddenly, Northerns slightly under the cosh here at 17 for 2. The man out was Kenneth Mabela. He faced just 2 balls, gone for 4 runs. Caught by Rametsi, bowled Nama. And suddenly this game has tripled in interest as Free State have had the perfect start that they needed.
One for 1, yeah, that's right.
Yesterday they lost.
Yeah.
So there is the new batsman is Ditshotlo Sebakeba. He suffered a bit of a hand injury during the batting innings, but bowled well. Took during his field innings. Sorry, bowled well. Took a wicket with his first ball. He's now going to be facing Simon Nama, who has taken 2 wickets in short order here. Coming in, he's right arm over. Works it into the onside. 2 square leg. They're going to stay for the 1. 18 for 2 now after 1.4. Sean Schwan to face the bowling of Simon Nama. Very, very strong shot back up the ground. It was aerial for a while. It is going to run away for 4. Is it? No. Short of the boundary. They're going to run 4, I think. Which is exactly what they did. Are they going to run 5? Let's certainly think about it. Oh, there's a confusion here. Oh, and Seklotlo is run out. An absolutely unnecessary wicket. Over enthusiasm from Northerns, and they've lost. They ran for. They got run out, turning for the 5th, which is the very, very definition of greed. And Northerns find themselves at 22 for 3.
This is one of one.
Oh no. Number 9 kính.
Number 9.
The new batsman is Asanda Masondo. He'll join Sean Schwan. Schwan will be facing. And this has been a breakthrough over for Free State. 3 wickets from it. A bowled, a caught, and then a very, very unnecessary run out. Sweeps low. Is fielded at mid-on. Maybe unnecessarily tried to send it in too quickly, and they come through for a single. That is the end of an unbelievably eventful second over. 23 for 3 suddenly. What were we after the first over? Can you remember, Larry? We were 12. We were 12 without loss after the first over, and 23 for 3 after the second. So it's been quite something. Will it be David Laundrie to continue? It looks like it will be.
11-17. Talk to me.
The final score was 158.
No.
It's 23 for 3 after 2.
Played into the onside, it runs all the way down, it does cross the boundary, and so the first ball of this over driven beautifully through the offside by Sean Schwan, and they 27 for 3. Slaps it again, it's in the air, it's past the inner field. Schwan going to come back for 2. Oh, they're going to sneak a third as well. Good cricket by Northerns. 30 without loss, or 30 for 3 rather. Oh, and it's a 4th wicket, a faster ball here by Dave Laundrie, and it just gets through the defences of Asanda Masondo, and I think that is a first ball duck, isn't it? He's out for nothing, he's standing his ground with great irritation at himself. There's no ways he can have anger with anybody else. Has been a bit of a feature of this week, of the batsmen not wanting to leave the crease, I've noticed, which at times looks like dissent, but I think it is just disappointment with themselves. Could we see a major upset here? The news from Wanderers is that Gauteng scored in the high 190s. What was it, 197 I think we said, against KwaZulu-Natal. I don't think KZN are going to chase that against Gauteng. But could we see Free State make the trip across to the Wanderers Stadium?
Why is
The new batsman is the B1 bowling hero, Wiseman Makonzo. I think that he is a Protea player. I seem to remember someone telling me. So a serious player in his own right. He's low down, exactly like a hockey player. Gets down onto his knee, straight into the air. It is Rametsi again who takes the wicket, and suddenly Northerns are 30 for 5 in halfway through the third over. This is a turn-up for the books. Astonishing cricket by the Free Staters, and they believe. Their bench believes, the fielders believe. They know they are right on the cusp here of a major upset. You really saw the benefit there of bowling fast at B1 players, because they come through really low, with their bat very low, sweeping across, and if you can get enough pace on the ball, then it will loop up and suddenly your catches come into play. That was very good cricket by Free State. The new batsman, who we're still waiting to see, but and we're also on the hat trick as well. One of our umpires, I won't name him because I haven't told him this personally yet, but he interfered with a hat trick yesterday, where we had 2 wickets in a row, and he called the over 1 short. It wasn't Mr. Curran. It wasn't Mr. Curran, no. No. The new batsman is Simpiwe Khoza. But I will say he's also standing here today. And so the poor bowler got called a ball short when he was on a hat trick, and a 5-ball over was called. No, we never even said anything later. But I will tease him about it at some point in the future. Right, so this is a hat trick ball. It's going to be Dave Laundrie bowling to Simpiwe Khoza, who is a B2, I think. A bit of a reverse sweep. Nothing wrong with playing a reverse sweep on a hat trick ball. They come through for 2. The reverse sweep, I must say, is a much more legitimate shot in blind cricket than it is in conventional cricket. And they go through for 32 for 5. This is going to be very interesting to see how this plays out. But it looks like straight away this is a very organised batsman, just working it into the onside, not panicking, and they go through for a single. 33 for 5. The score at the moment, 33 for 5 after 3 overs. The batsman at the crease, Sean Schwan, is 21 off 9. Simpiwe Khoza, 3 off 2. Schwan, you remember, was dropped off the first or second ball that he faced. And that might prove very costly indeed for Free State. Simon Nummer is going to be the bowler. His first over was astonishing. 1 over, 2 for 11, plus a run out during that over as well. And that set the tone for this innings. He comes in a strong sweep through the mid-on area. It was in the air, but there was no one there who could take the catch, and they come through for 2. And I suspect that this might be the significant partnership here. Simpiwe Khoza, he's only faced 5 balls, but he looks the business. Again, getting very low, but driven straight back at Nama, and no run. Again, driven slightly more onto the onside, and the chase is on. They're looking for 2. Oh, they're going to come back for 2. Is there a chance of a run out here? Oh, the throw was okay, to be honest. I'm not going to criticise the throw, and unfortunately the keeper had to prostrate himself to collect it, and they get through safely for 2. There's now a discussion about the bat. Wanders around a bit. No, he's happy with it. It's going to be facing Nama again, coming in from the green side end. Slaps it straight back at the bowler. It goes slightly to the onside, but is collected. They jog through for a single. 38 for 5. Schwan is there on 21 off 9. Simpiwe Khoza 8 off 6. Simon Nama 1.4 overs bowled, 2 for 16. Faster ball, but this is worked into the onside. That's going to run away for 4. 42 for 5. Another slap drive from Schwan, who sends it all the way down to this cow corner area. It's a long run. They are going to come for 3. I'm sure they're going to turn for 4 as well. 1 for the throw. They do indeed. That's 4 runs to the Northerns. 46 for 5 at the end of that over. So it's 46 for 5 at the end of the 4th over. Free State scored 158 for 4. So the Northerns need another 113 off 96 with 5 wickets in hand. The current run rate is 11.5, required run rate 7. So the run rate is not going to be the problem here. The problem is going to be wickets. If the Free State can get another couple of wickets here, they're really going to get themselves down into the tail, and things will get very, very interesting. I suspect that Sean Schwan is the trick here. They have got to remove him. He's completely capable of getting this total on his own, and so they're going to need to get his wicket, and if they manage that, then Free State will be in the driving seat. Swept into the onside. They come through for 1, and that takes us through to 47 for 5.
Do you call Noble?
Yeah.
$49 for 5 now. It is the B1 Patrick Tyko who is bowling. Played into the onsides, safely fielded, and that is the 50 up. 50 in 4.1 overs, 50 for 5 on Northerns. The 2 batsmen at the crease, Schwan, who is 30 off 12, and Simpiwe Khoza 9 off 7. Dinked into the onside again. They just come through for a single. Is there a chance of overthrows? There are indeed, and the Northerns team are constantly on the lookout for these. You've got to be very, very careful indeed to collect your runs perfectly, otherwise you're going to leak. 52 for 5. Hardy Dar comes low over us. That brings our species count to 6 or 7 for the day. Played into the onside again by Simpiwe. Strong shot. This is going to run away for 4.
It's no ball 4, guys.
Yeah.
It was a no ball as well, so it's, I'll tell you the score in the moment. I think it's 57 probably for 5. Played straight back past the bowler. They're going to come through for 2. Are they going to look for 3? No, I think we're safe there. And the score runs on to 59 for 5. 100 runs now required off 93 balls. Oh, beautiful little dink by Simpiwe. He's going to look for the 2. They're going to turn it down. 60 for 5 after 4.4.
14 so far.
Played straight back to the keeper and no run. Into the air, oh, and just pops out of the belly of Simon Nama. That would have been so important. Second time that he's been dropped now in this innings, and I think that Free State are going to rue those chances. After 5 overs, 62 for 5 is the score. 97 more needed of 90 balls. The required run rate of 6.4. That's not important. What is important is those wickets down. 5 down. Schwan is there on 31.
52 in there. Number 4.
62.
46 plus 16. Yeah. Number 1?
Zwani.
Huh?
Zwani.
Number 5.
4.
4. Oh yeah, this one.
Oh, it's gonna change. Oh, let me see. No. It looks like number 11.
Just dinked into the offside by Schwan, and they don't take a run. The bowler is Mahlola Rametsi, who's already taken a catch this morning. He's taken 2 catches this morning. He's taken 2 this morning, hasn't he? Yes. Ran very well as well. Strong fast bowler. Defends this well. 2 dots to start. Northern 62 for 5. Fast bowler again. And there is a chance of a run out here if there's a... Oh, that was close. That was very, very close. And given not out. 63 for 5. It's going to be a noble wide. They're going to run 1. They run 2. They're certainly going to turn for a 3 as well. That's the strength of this northern side, is their ability to run between wickets.
Noble Trebal.
Sacred Ibis fly overhead. That brings our species count to 8 for the morning. The 2 batsmen at the moment, Simpiwe Koza, 18 of 11. Schwan, 32 of 17. Rametsian again. Can he get that catch going? Played into the offside by Schwan. I think they're going to leave it as the 1. 64, 67 for 5. 68 possibly. 68 for 5. Beautiful little reverse sweep played by Simpiwe, and they just keep it as a single. 69 for 5. 1 ball remaining in the 6th over. A good solid sweep into the onside by Schwan. It is collected easily though. They keep it to a single. That is the end of the over. After 6 overs, 70 for 5 is the score. Simpiwe Koza is there on 19 of 13. Sean Schwan is there on 34 of 19 degrees. Oh, 19 degrees? That's a reminder of my days as a weather guy. 19 balls. Patrick Taiko, the B1, he's bowled 1 over for 16, but the bowler who's just finished, Mohlotso Rametsi, 1 over, just 5 runs off it, although there were a few extras as well. So after 6 overs, Northerns are 70 for 5. The bowler is the B1, Patrick Taiko. Played into the offside, well fielded by the man at an extra cover. They come through for a single, 71 for 5. Slashed ball into the onside. There was actually poor batting by Koza. What he did is he flattened his bat so that he got in underneath the ball and that skied it. And he was a little bit lucky not to get himself into more trouble. There's no advantage to doing that. You really need to get that full face of the blade into the ball. And just driven really, really hard by Sean Schwan into the offside. and that is just saved in time by Rametsi, who will collect it, and they run through for 3. The score now is 75 for 5. 75 for 5. Sean Schwan is on 38 of 21. Simpiwe was at 20 of 14. Koza really winds up and he slaps this one away through the offside. Is it going to make it to the boundary? It does. That is 4 runs, and that takes the partnership through to 46, and the score to 79 for 5. Simpiwe Koza on 24 of 15. Schwan 38 of 21. And Taiko beginning to come under the pump here a little bit. After 10 balls, he's gone for 25 runs.
Doesn't calculate balls.
80 runs now required of 80 balls. 5 wickets in hand. Simpiwe advancing up the pitch, just dinks it onto the onside. They come through for 1. Trick now, free set is to hold it and not have any rash throws at the stumps, because these Northerns guys will absolutely take every second, every single overthrow that they possibly can. Sets himself up for the drive back behind the keeper. He gets all of it. That's going to run away for 4, and that takes the score through to 84 for 5 now.
85.
85 for 5.
No, it's a no ball.
It was called a no ball as well. That's why we had 5 runs off that. 85 for 5 with 1 ball remaining in the 7th over. And certainly after a bit of a wobble after 3 overs, when they found themselves 5 down for 30, we definitely see Northerns now righting this ship. The partnership is 52. Schwan is on 42. Koza is on 25. And I would say as long as these guys stay together, I think that Northerns will be absolutely safe in this game. Outside the off stump, bit of an appeal. Simon Nama just clearing his throat at square leg. No ball, 86 for 5. 1 ball remaining in the 7th. Gets down low, sweeps that hard. He gets a bit of air on it as well. It is going to plug, and Rametsi will do the fielding. They do come back for 3 though. Excellent running by the Northerns pair. It takes the score on to 89 for 5 at the end of the 7th over.
Oh, extra ball.
Ach, no man. Played into the onside, slightly aerial. They're going to come back for 2, I'm sure. And after 7 overs, 91 for 5.
91. David Laundry.
It's going to be David Laundry returning to the attack. Free State need a breakthrough here.
With 4 partnership.
61, 34.
91 for 5 after 7 overs as David Laundry starts the 8th. Swept straight back past him by Schwan and fielded at mid-off. They come through for a single, 92 for 5. There's consultation between the umpires.
I think it's 45 to 24. It is 11, 12, 13, 14.
Just discussing how many people are out of the ring. They should be they're out of the power play now, so they should be allowed out as many as they like. Well, not as many as they like, 5, which is plenty. Getting right arm over and just reverse swept into the offside. They jog through for a single. 93 for 5. Swept hard into the onside. This is not going to make it through to the boundary. They come back for 2. 95 for 5. Halfway through the 7th over. Again, swept hard into the offside. They do run back, and that is going to bring Sean Schwan's 50 up. He is now 50 off 27, 5 fours, a superb innings, very, very aggressive indeed, and he has made all the difference today. And we're just about to see the 100 up for Northerns as well. They're on 98 for 5 at the moment. This partnership with 65 has been a match-saving partnership.
Yes.
50 for Sean. He's 50. Sean.
Reverse sweep by Simpiwe. They scamper through for a single. That takes him on to 29 off 19. Schwan is there on 51 off 28. That is the end of the over. 8 overs gone, 99 for 5. So the score after 8 overs is 99 for 5. Sean Schwan is there on 51 off 29.
99 for 5 is rules.
Simpiwe 29 off 19. Northerns need 60 runs off 72 balls. They have 8 overs gone. So, change about it. Have they brought Simon Nama back on? Did you say yes? So this was the man who took 2 wickets early on. They've got to get a couple of wickets here. It's so important for Free State. They've got to hold their catches. I think for a start they've dropped Schwan twice. Both of those were very expensive. But Simpiwe looks no mug with a bat either. Here comes Nama, driven straight back past the bowler. There is a man down there. He's going to collect, and that keeps it to the 1. And that is the 100 up. 100 coming up in 8.1 overs. 100 for 5. 59 required off 71 balls with 5 wickets in the hand. The current run rate is 12.2. Under 5 runs and over now required. Played into the offside. They're going to come through for 1. They're probably going to turn and try for the single or the second. They are indeed. Rametsi brings in the throw. If a direct hit there would have had Schwan in trouble. And that is pretty much what Free State have got to hope for. An inadvised second run and the hope of a direct hit, and then they'll be back in this game. Swept into the offside. They're going to come for 1. They're turning for 2. Definitely a fall there. The man had his foot over the boundary as he picked the ball up, and so that brings the score on to 106 for 5 now. Schwan to 57, Simpiwe to 30. Blocked into the offsides. They come through for 1. Are they going to look for 2? No. I think they will rather sensibly just take that. 107 for 5. 8.4 overs gone. Slap into the onside. They go through for 1. That is the end of the over after 9 overs gone. 108 for 5. Schwan is there on 58. Simpiwe Khoza is there on 31. Dave Laundry has bowled 3 overs for 30. 2 for 30. And Simon Nama 3 overs, 2 for 33. What is the discussion here? Taking drinks at 9 overs. Right, well, as Hardy does fly across the pitch, we start the second session after a drinks break. This is the 10th over, and they come through for 2. Simpiwe adds 2 to his total. He goes on to 33. The total is 110 for 5. Northerns need 49 more runs off 65 balls. They've been going along quite comfortably at 12 runs and over, so we could well see a completion of this innings by about the 14th over. As this goes past everybody, there's no soft signal from the umpire. It is leg byes. Thank you very much, Mr. Arendse. And a short run, which leaves us at 100. Is it 111 for 5? Hey, we've got another Nelson, which scored us a wicket the last time. But this one is wide down the leg side, and so Nelson doesn't work his magic. Rametsi bowls it wide, and 112 for 5. Motlolo Rametsi has been busy all the way through today. He's been a runner for a number of the players. He's taken a couple of catches, he's bowled a lot, he batted. Wide outside the offside. No, it is given as a dot ball, and halfway through the over, 112 for 5 after 9.3. Rametsi's bowled well. He's gone for only 8 runs in his 1.3 overs. The batsman facing Simpiwe Khoza, he's on 33 of 24. He's looked very, very busy at the crease. I think that might be a no ball. It is a no ball. It was a very good ball, but unfortunately it pitched after that halfway mark. It was just about a conventional ball that I think that bounced once on the way to the batsman. 113 for 5 now. Rametsi trying to get some pace, but it is swept into the onside. Then they come through for a single. 2 to come. 114 for 5. Played through the offside. They're going to turn for 1. They turn for 2 rather. Good running by the Northerns pair. Schwan goes on to not 60? 59. Yeah. It's a good thing I'm here. Schwan goes on to 61 now as he plays that one behind square on the offside. They go through for a single. So at the end of the over, it is 117 for 5. Our man Schwan is on 61 of 33. Simpiwe Khoza on 34 of 26. The bowling figures at the moment. Motlolo Rametsi has bowled 2 overs for 13. And Simon Nam has bowled 3 overs, 2 for 33. It's been a good week to be a part of this. I've introduced a couple of my commentators to blind cricket for the first time. They have become completely enamored with it. The guy who's in charge of our social media is now tweeting about nothing but blind cricket at the moment, which is great to see. Otto Simon, he definitely changed his mind about life over the day that he was commentating.
There's 2.
And one of my other commentators, Chris Matlocha,
No ball.
he is a professional coach, and he took 1 look at blind cricket and thought he wants to be involved in this. So hopefully he will be an active participant in the Gauteng setup in the coming years. This is played into the offsides by Schwan. They come through for 2. The bowler is a new bowler. He is a B1 bowler. We're waiting to see who it is exactly. We think it's Jackson Marke. B1, he's just centering himself. He's right arm around the wicket. And a strong drive back past the keeper by Schwan. And that is going to go away for 4. That is the safest and most certain shot in blind cricket. And the score is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We were on the lookout for that earlier. We didn't quite make it. It was 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 in the Free State innings, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which we always enjoy. I have commentated probably 100 days of Proteas Test cricket, probably more, and I can tell you the number of times we've been on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as the Proteas team is frankly embarrassing. Again, the attempt to drive back past the keeper, it wasn't particularly strong, and they just get the single. They've changed the keeper as well, so this is Simon Name, who's now the keeper. This man does everything, including, I can vouch, keep up a running commentary on the field. Certainly one of the characters of Free State cricket. Dinked into the onside, they come through for a single. No ball called as well, and the runs coming thick and fast now for Northerns. Score now 126 for 5 after 10.5 overs. Just 33 runs required now, and I think this partnership, which now stands at 93, is rescued Northerns from a very, very precarious position. They come through for a single. That'll be 127 for 5. Oh, played into the onside again. Comes through for a single. 1 run and 2 balls remaining in the over. Oh, maybe 1 ball. $128 for 5 now. Schwam winds up. Oh, has a bit of a go outside the off stump, just gets the outside edge. And no run. That is the end of that over after 11 overs. 128 for 5. Northerns need 31 runs off 54 balls with 5 wickets in hand if they are going to go and face, we assume, Central Gauteng at Wanderers, unless KZN is doing something quite impressive in their taste. Do we have a score from that game? It would be quite fun to know how KZN are doing in their attempt to chase down 198 in order to keep Gauteng out of the final.
200. They were like over 200.
Simpiwe Khoza is there on 36 of 28. Sean Schwan 69 of 38. 67 for 2, huh?
Yeah, 67 for 2.
After 8. Chasing 237. Okay. Yeah, so the news from the other semi-final is that KwaZulu-Natal is 67 for 2 after 8 overs, chasing 237. So I'm afraid that already looks well out of their reach. There is now reason for the coach to jog onto the field. So we'll wait to see what this is all about. He needs to...
Well, he thought he was calling. So it's only calling him.
Yes, what?
No, he thought that he was calling him.
Oh.
He was telling us the ball.
Oh.
No ball.
No ball. No, I must admit, if I was the bowling end umpire and I had the coach run all the way onto me, I would be very upset indeed. We have to watch this a lot at age group level. My goodness, the coaches can be painful. As this is dinked into the onside, they come through for a single. 1 run to the total, 130 for 5 after 11.1, and things are beginning to look very easy indeed for Northerns. Came through for 2. Noble one. 71 now to Schwan of 39. The score 132 for 5. Oh, played very, very effectively behind the keeper. That's going to go away for 4. That brings Schwan onto 75. The score onto 136 for 5. And Northerns need now just 23 runs of 51 balls. Wide outside the off stump, that is going to be given as a noble wide. 138 for 5. Again, that drive back past the keeper. Guaranteed runs there. It's going to run away for 4 again. Solid boundary by Schwan. That takes him to 79 now of 42. He's hit 9 fours during this innings. And the total to 141 for 5. Just 18 runs required now by the Northerns team. This could have been a very, very different game. Schwan was dropped on the second ball that he faced. He was dropped again round about the 35 run mark. Either of those had been taken, I think Free State would be in the driving seat here. And again, driven straight back past the bowler. There is now a man down there. It is the ever-present Rametsi, and he feels it and sends it back in, and they take a single, and that brings Schwan up to 80 of 43. Simpiwe Khoza is now on 37 of 30. There are only 17 runs required. Can Simpiwe get to his 50? Can he shenagle this, that he can get 13 of the next 17 runs? He will definitely need the cooperation of Schwan if he's going to manage that. He comes in with a reverse sweep, not particularly well played, an attempted stumping, not out. Simon Nama never keen to allow himself to be out of the action for more than a ball. And so that is the end of the 12th over. 142 for 5. Now Simpiwe Khoza is there on 37 of 31. Sean Schwan on 80 of 43. The bowler who has just completed was Patrick Taiko. He's bowled 3 overs, 0 for 51. He's been expensive. Jackson Marker, we think, is probably going to be the bowler here. Let's just have a look.
Yes.
17 runs required of 48 balls with 5 wickets in hand by Northerns. Their current run rate is 11.8. So we would expect this game to be over in the next 2 overs. Schwan is facing. As Linda nearly loses his breakfast. Not in the being sixth sense, but in the fact that there was a wind and it nearly blew it off the table. Okay, Rametsi comes in and right arm over, driven straight through the offside. The man is chasing after it. It is getting close to the boundary. He definitely gets his feet over the boundary as he collects it, unfortunately. And it goes for 4. So what happened there was a very good diving stop, but unfortunately his legs were carried over the boundary as he made contact with the ball. That is what gave it the 4, and so Sean is on 84 now. I suppose we could maintain that there's a toss-up, but whether does he go for his 100 or does Simpiwe Khoza go for his 50? I think both of them are impossible now with a score of that 4. Just 13 runs required by Northerns. Yeah, so he would never ever make it. Played into the offside. They're going to come through for 1. I suspect they're going to come back for 2. Of course they are. Of course they are. Simpiwe wants to face. He wants to get his 50. But he's... but good running. And 86 now of 45. 11 runs required. judging by the reaction of his father, I'm assuming that's a personal best score, is it?
No, this is 2 days ago we had 86.
Oh, okay, so he's got to 86 twice now in 3 days, which is certainly more than I've ever managed. Right, Sean, no pressure. One more run to get to 87, which is the Australian Nelson. Oh, the plot thickens. Here we go, he sweeps it onto the onside. He gets to 87, no problem whatsoever. He's going to come back for 88, 2 fat ladies. And the score goes to...
One shot.
And they're one short. Oh, so he's going to be stuck on 87. Oh dear. The Australians will be lifting their feet up. 10 runs to win of 45 balls, 5 wickets in hand. He gets a bit of an outside edge. It does run down to the man at third man. Now he gets to 88. And they take a sneaky single, and Rametsi gets his football boots on and has a little bit of a go at the striker's end. He doesn't make well, he's not accurate enough. And so Schwan comes back, and that will leave Sean on 89 now of 47. 10 fours in his innings. Simpiwe Khoza marooned slightly on 37. I think for a moment there he thought he might get to his 50 if they shared the strike. Played through the offside. Going to 90 now.
So for 2.
Nog 10 makend required. Unfortunately, there are only 6 runs to win, so he's going to have to score 2 and then 4 and 4 if he's going to get there. No, he's going to have to score. No, he can't. Yeah, unless he hits a 6. There's no ways he can make it. I'm afraid. Yeah. So to keep it interesting, oh, he's hit a 4. Late cut.
It was 112. Yeah, 112 of 58.
I have a 14-year-old daughter who it's always nice to see people supporting their adult children, and they still call them Makund. So I know that I'll never lose that. That is the end of the 13th over. 157 for 5. Sean Schwan is there on 95 with 2 runs required. Can we do the maths? He has to hit a 6. Has anyone hit a 6 in? I think I have seen a Northerns player hit a 6 in blind cricket before. There was a guy with long blonde hair who could really wind it up, and I'm not sure whether maybe my memory deceives me. But so he would have to hit a 6 if he's going to get to his 100. Well, firstly he's got to get Simpiwe to give him an easy single. That's got to be the trick, and then he's got to hit a 6. So the score of Sean Schwan is 95 of 49. He scored 11 fours. Simpiwe Khoza is on 37. He's been on 37 for a while. I don't think he's had a ball to face for the last two to 3 overs, actually. And there's a lot of discussion now amongst the umpires. I'm thinking as to how much Lazarus is bowled. Laundry is bowled, eh? Yeah. So Simpiwe will be facing. It's 2 runs to win, which was a fairly important piece of information to have given your son there. They go through for the single. The scores are now tied, so he is required now to hit a 6 if he is going to get to his 100. No pressure, Sean Schwan. He has a full go at it. He plays it through the offside. They're going to take the 1. That is the victory. The second run does not count. And so Northerns win by 5 wickets, having been 30 for 5 in the 3rd over. It was a phenomenal comeback by them. This partnership of 127 by Simpiwe Khoza and Sean Schwan. Sean scored 97 of 50. Simpiwe Khoza 30 of 32. I think we're fairly confident that Sean Schwan will be the man of the match in this match. Please do stay tuned on the YouTube channel to find the final today that is going to be coming from the Wanderers. It will be between Northerns and we assume Gauteng, who are dominating the second semi-final against KwaZulu-Natal. The commentators there will be Wayne from Pitch Vision and Rud Jacobs from 1WSR.com, and from me, Simon Gere, it has been an absolute pleasure to be a part of this with you guys in partnership with Pitch Vision. We've thoroughly enjoyed ourselves. You guys stay well, and we look forward to you joining us at 2 o'clock for the final.